What is going on, guys? It's your boy Tronk here. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've recorded one of these. Life's been busy. A lot has happened this week. Some real tragic news. We had the Superbowl this weekend. Really stoked for that. But yeah, it's been really odd in the past couple of days with Kobe Bryant's passing, tragic passing. Just my heart goes out to his family, his wife, his kids, his parents, and of course to the other 7 people that were on the helicopter. It's just so unfortunate that things like this happen, and you just have to be thankful for Kobe's legacy, what he did in his life. He brought a lot of happiness to a lot of people. And I think with his death, just, you just see the outpouring and just everyone, not everyone, but, a lot of people are just shooken up, And with his passing, a lot of people have realized, how fragile their lives are, because when you think of someone like Kobe, an icon like that, a top tier athlete, they'll never die, someone like that, no, not Kobe. It's just so tragic. Only 41 years old, his daughter 13. It's just so sad. So incredibly sad. Yeah, it's been tough. I've I've never even met the man, I still I still cried a little bit. But I ended up hearing the news while I was streaming. While I was, just playing a video game. Someone on my stream popped in the channel, and they informed me of the news, and I didn't believe it at first. I was like, "There's no way. It's Kobe freaking Bryant, dude. No way. It's not possible." Man, I was just so shooken up. I was like, not Kobe, Life sucks. It sucks, and we got to keep on pushing on, keep on putting the next foot in front of the other one, just got to keep your head up, and just keep grinding, and don't take this life for granted. Don't take the people in your life for granted, because you're not always going to be there. Unfortunately, we're not always going to be here, and we got to prioritize the people around us, and make sure that they know that they're loved. And yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. Let me go ahead and move on to the Super Bowl. We have a huge matchup. The San Francisco 49ers, Kansas City Chiefs. I think this is going to be a hell of a game. Often people say defenses win championships, but I feel like in recent years, it's offenses. And a lot of people are saying the 49ers, they have the defense, they can run the ball. And if you need to, you can give it to Jimmy G and let him toss it around, as proof when they played the Saints, they lit up the scoreboard. But we'll see. And then looking at the Chiefs, that offense is just so talented. They have so much talent on that roster, and it's just insane the speed that they have on there. And Patrick Mahomes, oh my gosh, he's he's insane. He's absolutely insane. When you're trying to blitz him, put pressure on him in the pocket, and he takes off running, he's even better than just hanging out in the pocket. It's just unbelievable. I think this is going to be, I don't know. It should be an insane game. I'm hoping it's high scoring game. I feel like it's probably going to be like, like 34-31 or something like that. I think it's going to be like a 3-point game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be super, super tight. But I honestly think the Chiefs are going to come out on top, and a lot of people are sleeping on the Chiefs defense. I believe since week 11, they've been the best defense in the NFL. Tyrann Mathieu, has been shutting up a lot of people. Earlier in the year, they're giving the Chiefs a lot of crap. That defense, a lot of crap. And, they've just been stepping up to the plate. And I want to say they were the number one ranked defense, allowing like 16 points a game. And Patrick Mahomes, it doesn't take him that long to put up 16 points. What I think can be the issue is if they get down early and by too much. If they take like a 14-0 lead, the Niners take a 14-0 lead, that's going to be a big hole to dig themselves out of. Because this Niners team is not a joke. That defense, that D-line is insane. And the keys to success for the Chiefs to win is going to be that O-line. I know a lot of people say it, but those guys don't get enough. They don't get enough credit. That O-line, that's where it starts. That's where games are won and fought at, is at the O-line, D-line. And if those Chiefs can stop Bosa, D Ford, they're going to be pretty damn good shape. So I'm really looking forward to it. But if I had to pick a team, I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs. I'm going to have to go with them, even though a lot of people are saying it's going to be the 49ers. I just don't see it happening for the 49ers. Should be a pretty damn good game. All right, so moving on from football, let's go and do a little bit of Fortnite talk. So in recent news, the current season, Chapter 2, Season 1, or Season 11, whatever you want to call it, the new season is supposed to be starting February 20th. And the reason for it is they're going to be pushing out a new engine, a new game engine. I believe it's what I want to say, it's an Unreal Engine. It's called Chaos, I believe. I may be wrong with that. I'm just trying to recall what I read. But essentially, one of the main things is for buildings, for your builds, when they get shot out, when they get destroyed, supposed to be more realistic, instead of the build just disappearing in thin air. Like, it's supposed to crumble. I saw a photo on Twitter of an example of what it's supposed to look like. And I'm very skeptical about it. I feel like Fortnite is fine at the moment, and they just need to fix the bugs that are currently in the game. And I just don't think it's really worth pushing out a new engine just to, change the effects in game. So I don't know if it's supposed to improve on anything else, but just off the top of my head, I feel like it's going to be a huge hit on PCs out there and consoles, and just that frame rate is going to dip really bad, especially for PC. I feel like it's going to have a ton of issues. That's the main reason why the season has been so incredibly long. I believe this is the longest season. I may be wrong, but at least it feels like it. and hopefully with the next season they add mobility in the game. It's really tough to play. Even so, this season's really tough to play, but I find it funny because this is actually my most played season for some reason. I've just been grinding it really hard, just playing with friends and stuff. But it's been really hard to play just because the lack of mobility in the game right now makes it really tough, makes rotations incredibly hard. And also, Epic, they came out with some rule changes for competitions and stuff. I don't believe it's being enforced in public matches, but essentially, obviously you can't communicate with someone else like over Discord, if you're trying to play in a tournament to get easy kills where people have been caught in the past. But what they're doing also is they're saying that you can't emote, you can't drop items, you can't throw toys, no jumping, and no pickaxe swinging. Sorry. I think that's really stupid. And pickaxe swinging, and again, if you're not familiar with pickaxe swinging and what I was just saying, essentially, for quite a while now, if people were caught in a bad rotation, they would try to communicate to the other team by swinging their pickaxe, indicating, hey, let's stop fighting so we can rotate to the circle, live to fight another day, kind of thing, right? So that's always been in the game. It's been really bad this season just for the fact that there's no mobility. Yes, there are boats, but they are a pain in the butt to try to navigate over land, and it's just really frustrating. Yes, you do have the water, you can try to swim and rotate, but if you're going against the current, you're better off just running on land. And so if you get caught, let's say you're trying to rotate, you're far out, you're trying to rotate to the circle, and you run to another team and, they just want to W key you and fight you. And if you have no mobility, no jump pads, no shockwave grenades, impulse, whatever it may be, ATVs, hoverboards, etc., you're going to have to engage in that fight and fight them and try to win it. And even if you win it, or the other team wins, there's not really a guarantee that you're going to survive that run back to the circle. So, again, a lot of pickaxe swinging has been happening, and this coordination in tournaments, be like, hey, let's not fight. Let's just get to the circle, live to fight another day. And I just feel like if you just fix the initial issue of there being no mobility, you really wouldn't have this issue. Because, for example, let's say I have a rift to go. Let's say, or a jump pad, right? If I come across another team, circle is closing in, and if I have that mobility, it allows me to decide, hey, we can go ahead and stick around for a little bit and fight these guys, see if we can get a kill, but once the circle's right on our butt, we can just go ahead and dip out of here whenever we want. And right now, it's just, even if I win, I'm going to be screwed again by the circle. And yeah, it just makes it super frustrating. So hopefully next season, they add back some mobility items. They improve the loot. I'm not the biggest fan of the loot right now. I really wish they would add some more things, take away some things, such as the FAMAS. I hate it. Please take it away. We don't need it. If it was just me, I would have the regular AR, and then I'd still have the variants of the heavy and the AUG. So the heavy and the AUG are still awesome weapons to use, but it's so frustrating dropping and getting like a gray FAMAS right off the rip, or a green FAMAS. If used correctly, yeah, it can be powerful, but, someone else has a shotgun. And again, it just, you really, it's, a lot of it's on you as the player. to have a good landing spot. Try to seek out those ground loot, those weapons, shotguns, etc. Get your hands on those first instead of maybe just pushing for a chest. Because again, you're gambling. That's the advantage of trying to go after floor loot. You know what you're gonna get. When you open up a chest, you don't necessarily know, but it really sucks to be getting a gray or green FAMAS or a gray or green pistol. Again, if you're still decent, you can still win off the rip, but it just makes it that much harder. So, yeah, but that's really all I have for Fortnite. It's just the same old game, nothing really new. It's been getting really stale. It's been getting harder to play, and because of that, I've been starting to play another game, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I didn't initially play the game when it first came out. I just recently started playing it because I realized it was on Origin, and I pay for the monthly subscription fee. I believe it's like $15, $16 a month. And you get access to all the games on the website. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Man, it is a beautiful game. The graphics are insane. If you can play at ultra everything, oh my God. It's it's just one of the most beautiful, breathtaking games I've ever played. I've been really thinking about just hooking up my 4K monitor that I have on my streaming PC and just give it a try on there because, man, on 1080, it's just gorgeous. I can imagine on a 4K monitor with everything cranked up. But yeah, I've been having a ton of fun with it. Absolutely a ton of fun with it. Obviously I'm a Star Wars fan, and so I love all the villains and heroes. Getting to play as them. I do like the system as far as having different perks and stuff, upgrading it. I really don't mind it at all. I enjoy it, but it's definitely a really nice game to play. Other than Fortnite, just to mix it up, because there's some days I'm just like, dude, I do not want to play Fortnite right now, or I just get so frustrated with it. But yeah, with that, if you guys know any other really fun games to play, let me know. I'm very curious. I want to try out some other games, primarily, some, shooting games, third person, first person. I'm just really wanting to play a new game. As much as I do love Fortnite still, I just really want a new game to come out where I'm just fully consumed in it. You know what I mean? Because some of the issues I have with Fortnite is it's just there's so many damn good players. Not saying competition's bad or anything. It's good, that's how you get better. But sometimes I just want to relax in public matches, but I'm just having to go full sweat. Doesn't matter if I'm playing solos, duos, squads, dude. People are treating it like it's a tournament, and it's just so frustrating. I get ticked off with it, but it's whatever, you just got to do whatever you got to do to win, and you got to just adapt, But I just feel like all these kids are watching all these pro players and streamers, and they're just trying to be the best that they can be, and they're sweating so hard, so incredibly hard. One thing that I really think would make pub matches better for Fortnite is if they added Siphon back to pubs. Not the mode where they have Siphon and there's no heals. You can only get healed by killing people. That's all right to play with. It's whatever. But I would really like getting, the 50 HP or shield upon kill in Fortnite in pub matches. There's so many times where I'm fighting someone, I beat them, and then I get W keyed by someone else. Then I kill them, and then I'm getting W keyed by another person. It's just like, oh my gosh, So, I mean, again, it's making me better in the end, but sometimes you just want to relax, and yeah. But yeah, like I said, if you guys know of any new games that you really enjoying. Maybe some MMOs. I really haven't played an MMO recently at all. The last one, was World of Warcraft. But honestly, I really haven't been feeling it at all. Really haven't been feeling like playing it. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just growing tired of MMOs and the time that they require, or I just need a new MMO to play. But I'll always enjoy World of Warcraft. But yeah, I don't know. But I actually been I feel like I'm not loving gaming as much. And again, I don't know if it's because I'm tired of Fortnite, tired of World of Warcraft, or just tired of gaming altogether. But I just I feel like I'm not having as much fun the recent months. So yeah, I just don't know if I really need a really brand new game to play or what. But yeah. So trying to think what else to talk about. There was something else on my mind. Already covered. Sorry guys, I'm a terrible podcaster, and also I do apologize. It's been a while since I posted the last podcast. Just been so busy. Actually, the story behind that. So I had to basically fix my old gaming PC, which was my better gaming PC, okay? And basically what happened, the solid state drive died in it, and, I would have to, I had to reinstall a new one, install Windows all over again, re-download everything. And I didn't think I had an extra SSD laying around. I actually had an M.2 laying around. So I went ahead and installed that, reinstalled Windows, and so I got my actual gaming PC back. But what was happening on my backup computer that I was using for several months, I started having issues on that, where, if I wasn't gaming, the computer would always crash on me. But if I was playing Fortnite, Fortnite would not crash. I wouldn't have any issues with Fortnite. Or my PC just crashing in general. But if I closed out of Fortnite, it would crash on me, and it would crash, and it was just so frustrating. And I would there was multiple times where I tried to record a podcast, and it just ended up crashing like 10 minutes in, 20 minutes, 30 minutes in, and I would just get so pissed off. I was like, you know what, screw this. I'm not I'm not messing with this, man. So that's really one of the main reasons. But yeah, so it's yeah. But yeah, like I said, it's been an emotional week with all the news. What else is going on in my life? Oh, so I watched The Bachelor last night with the girl. And I usually maybe catch like an episode here or there a season. But the girlfriend loves it. And it's crazy that women love this show. You have this one dude, and you have all these women just trying to get the attention of this one dude. And I just, especially in society where, they're, women are strong, independent. Not that they aren't, but this whole attitude, that people have. And I just find it's it's just really messed up. You have all these women just trying to get the attention of this one dude. But we're watching the episode, and he took this one chick out on a date, right? He gave her a rose, whatever, and they went to a theme park. It was, I believe, in Ohio, Cedar Peaks, or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it was called. But what was so funny about it was that they went to like a little private concert. It was really small. It was in the park. But the artist, which was Chase Rice, he's a country singer. He actually dated that chick that was with The Bachelor. And she was freaking out, dude, when she saw who was actually performing. And what I find so funny with these shows is just like how like how people overreact on it. It's just like, yo, is this like staged or what? Because like, I don't know, just like how people react and what they say is just so funny to me. But yeah, it was just it was so stupid. But like if it was me, I'd been like, oh wow, we probably shouldn't go to this. That's my ex-boyfriend. This is really awkward. Instead, she, didn't say anything till like the very end of the night, the date, and she freaked out. And it was just like, come on, grow up. So I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny, but and apparently there was some other chick that got kicked off last week. She came back, and they're just like bending rules, doing whatever the hell they want to do with it. And I thought that was thought that was stupid. But what else is going on? The coronavirus. That's something new. I'm sure plenty of you have heard it. Started off in China. I feel like China gets sick like every couple years, like every 5 years or something. They just get really sick. And they have a new virus, a new flu going around. So you have the coronavirus. I don't know what we lived through the bird flu, SARS, H1N1. I know I'm missing a couple other ones, but I just feel like there's just so many people in China, and they just get sick so easily. They just get really freaking sick, and they make this new virus, or just pops out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And just everyone's freaking out. Just there's actually a case here in Arizona. It was an ASU student. And apparently, like, the students are trying to shut down the school or whatever. And I think it's just kind of absurd. I don't know, but, just fucking wash your hands, Don't be fucking eating bats and shit. I think that's what, I think that's what someone was saying on Twitter or something. I don't know if it was true or not. You know how Twitter is. Fucking the damn clickbait and everything, so... I don't know. All right. So this is the part where we're going to go to Twitter trending. All right. So let's see what's happening right now in the world. So holy shit, more terrible news. Oh shit, apparently there was an earthquake in Jamaica. Oh, this is not good. A 7.7 earthquake. Holy cow. In the Caribbean. Looks like they're having tsunami warnings. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Oh jeez, 2020 is just going off to a great start. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, let me see if I can find something else happier. Let's see what else is trending. Let's see. Oh, this says 75% of Americans. What the hell does this mean? So this poll says 75% of Americans who vote and want to hear from the witness and sentence. Oh my God, I'm not talking politics at all. Go screw yourself. Ain't doing it. Ain't talking about it. Ain't worth my time. Oh. I'm sure some of you have seen it, but I watched the Aaron Hernandez documentary. That was very interesting to watch. Of course, if some of you don't know, Aaron Hernandez was a former Patriot, tight end. He's playing at a very elite level for the Patriots. And basically what happened, he ended up murdering this man. He was charged with it, convicted. And there's 2 other murders he wasn't, convicted of. But, a lot of people believe that, he ended up murdering him. But it was just a crazy story. His life growing up. They said, he idolized his father, but, apparently his father just beat the hell out of him and just rode him really hard. And, how Aaron lived a double life, basically. It was crazy. I couldn't imagine being him murdering someone and then the next day going to football practice next to Tom Brady. catching balls from Gronk, taking a shower, getting dressed, with those guys, and having to live with the fact that, you just murdered someone for no reason, for no apparent reason. So it was just crazy, and I believe it was confirmed that Aaron Hernandez was diagnosed with CTE. I believe so, if I remember correctly. But it's kind of scary to think about. Really makes you wonder, especially you played a lot of sports, a lot of contact sports, especially football. Makes you wonder, like I know for myself, I had like 2 concussions that were actually diagnosed, and I know I had multiple other concussions where I never said anything, but I definitely knew I had one. I recall one game where I finally came back to my senses, to where it was the third quarter, and I was like, wait, what happened? Is the game just starting? They're like, no, it's the third quarter. And I knew in my head, oh shit, I got knocked out. Like, I've just been, And so for myself, that's pretty damn scary to think about in the future. So hopefully they keep on making advances with that, and to where they can, diagnose it, to where you don't have to be deceased for them to figure out if you are, and hopefully they can figure something out to help treat that. But yeah, it's definitely scary to think about. Definitely scary to think about. I don't feel like I display any symptoms that would be of CTE or anything, but just goes to show you that, doesn't matter how strong you are, you ain't invincible, you ain't invincible. So, but yeah, that was just a crazy documentary. Highly recommend watching it. It was pretty good for the most part. I really didn't like how they jump around everywhere in the story. I felt like that could have been done better. They had some people on there I felt like they shouldn't have brought on there. It felt odd why they had some people on there, but that's just my opinion, and that's all it is. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this podcast nice and short, around 30 minutes. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, great rest of your week. Make sure to watch the Super Bowl. Again, if you have any games that you recommend, let me know, please. I want to try to check them out. But yeah, you guys have a great week. Make sure to, let the people around you that matter to you, let them know that you love them, and just enjoy every second that you have here on this earth. Because time's fleeting, it's we're not going to be here forever, whatever religion, God that you believe in or don't believe in, doesn't matter. Just embrace those people around you, and so you guys have a great freaking week. Make sure to follow me on Twitch at TronkTV. If you don't already follow me, I will be live streaming. I typically live stream anywhere from 5 to 7 days a week. You can always catch me on the evening, usually starting around 3-4 p.m. on the West Coast. But yeah, I'll see you guys around. Peace.